So, hi everyone. I'm Shantae, aka Shanteezy, on Twitter and Instagram, or just simply just Shantae. Um, I'm here with my after show called Shantae's Analysis. This is the Twitter edition, also on YouTube. If you guys are a YouTuber watching, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, simply Shantae Berry. It's Chantaeyberry. So it's Shantae, and my last name is like Halle Berry. Berry, Berry. So I'm here with the after show. So I'm gonna just quickly just run through the numbers of coronavirus here that I have in front of me as of the 21st of August, which globally we are at 22,864,873 with the cases here in the U.S. at home. Um, 5,621,035 with our death toll sitting at 175,343. And of course, I will go through other countries like I normally do on my after show, but this is the after show, so I'm just going to stick to what's at home here in the United States. So according to the New York Times COVID map, California has 659,732, followed by Florida, 593,278, Texas, 592,760. New York, which was the epicenter of all of this, is now at 433,230. Georgia has 233,169. Illinois has 218,094. Arizona, 196,922. New Jersey has 190,646. North Carolina, 152,344. And Louisiana, which rounds up the top 10 at 141,861. So that is states. Now I'm going to go back to the John Hopkins website with counties here in the U.S. On the top 50, I list the top 7. So Los Angeles is at 227,346, followed by Miami-Dade County at 149,162. Maricopa, which is in Arizona, 130,800. Cook County in Chicago, 118,757. Harris County and Houston, Texas is at 95,631. And Queens, which was the epicenter here in New York State and New York City, at 68,746. And Broward County in Florida is at 68,068. My prediction on Broward County, they're going to probably surpass Queens County here in New York, which will move Queens as the 7th highest counties, and Dallas is also trailing behind Queens, so they might surpass. So it's not looking good. The financial implications, we're still at 10.1% of unemployment. Over 50 million people are unemployed. Over 30 million people are receiving unemployment. And we're still not sure about this executive order that Donald Trump has signed, because there are some states that have signed up, and some states are like Arizona are paying out that $100, that $300 that Trump promised that it was going to come. They don't know when it's going to come, according to a CNBC article. They don't know when that money is coming. All I know is my state has not applied to that, because it actually expanded the unemployment benefits to people that are on unemployment. And there is no national coordinated strategy. I have said this time and time again. I've been saying this for the last 5 months. We have no coordinated strategy to combat COVID-19. It is absolutely shitty. Places like China, places like South Korea have contained the coronavirus, and Japan. And they just finished their second wave. They don't even have an eighth of what we have, right? But we have the highest on the globe, and our population is not as big as China. It's not looking good. So when Trump says this craziness time and time again, talking about there is our cases are low, the mortality is low, do not believe this bullshit, because we're at 5.6. We at over 175,000 deaths. That is a lot. We're almost at 200,000. And we're probably going to be at 200,000 deaths by the end of this season. And we didn't even get our second wave yet. Because it's about to come. Real soon. So that's that. Now on to another topic I just put on here. I would talk about DeJoy's hearing, but I have not watched it. But I only saw a snippet, but I know he's lying. He's lying about delivering the mail. He's lying about a whole bunch of things. So I'm not surprised. It's a hearing on Monday. I'm looking forward to watching that because a House Oversight Committee, don't play that shit. The best questioners is in the House, even though the Senate was missing Kamala Harris, but she's the VP nominee of the Democratic ticket, so we need to make sure she wins, even though she's still going to do her senatorial duties. Let's make that clear. We need to uplift her. So that's all. Now I want to talk about Rose McGowan. So for those who don't know who she is, she's an actress that did movies such as Scream, such as Jawbreaker. She was also on Charmed as Paige, replacing Sharon Doherty as the younger sister to the actual sisters. So yeah. But she was also made herself known as one of Harvey Weinstein's victims, even though she was one of the victims. You know, she went through a lot with all of that stuff. I think she was on Me Too, but I think something happened. I'm not quite as sure. But she's part of this progressive cult, Rose Twitter, evil, sadistic folks online who don't come out and vote, but want to support Bernie and talk all this shit. She got time to say this. She had time. Because I think she ain't booking no jobs. Did you return the money Weinstein gave you? This is to Kamala Harris. How many predators bankrolled you? This was the night of her Kamala Harris speech, which was amazing. But Rose McGowan's tweet has been debunked already because of that bullshit. So just to get some clarity, because I did some research and I was like, Weinstein? I know he gave money to people, but he did give money to her back in 2014, 2015. But the minute she found out about what he was doing, that money went to charity. When you give somebody money and they have a scandal, of course you're going to give it away or give it back to them. But she gave it away. She gave it to charity. See, this people like Rose McGowan, people like all these, besides these far right people, far left people, like I said, like Rose McGowan, and all those other on the Bernie left who are problematic, are still trying to reach for anything to smear Kamala Harris with. Like yesterday, with the Tulsi Gabbard thing, I said what the hell I said. I said what I said. If you didn't like what I said, then bypass my goddamn video. Don't slide in my comments and try to start something, try to troll me. Because you're just a keyboard internet thug. I'm a real person. Obviously. I'm about that life. So you can do all that gangster keyboarding thing, but when you see me in person, look the other goddamn way, because I'm going to approach you. Even if your family's around, I'm going to approach you. It's just that simple. So all you trolls, internet thugs, you may want to warn yourself, don't slide in my comments because I will come for you or block you. And you better be lucky that I block you, because if I see you in person, especially if you live in the same place I live at, I'm going to come up to you. It's just that simple. Just that simple. So I'll make that clear. But to you, Miss McGowan, and those who support her, make sure you guys find her a job, because she has too much time on her hands. She hasn't been booking jobs lately. I haven't been seeing her on TV lately. And then she wants to come and shut down Alyssa Milano. And Alyssa Milano actually been booking jobs. Hasn't been making TV appearances, but she's been sick lately. She has coronavirus. So my prayers to Alyssa Milano. And even that Alyssa Milano's been out here doing the work. Unlike Rose McGowan, who haven't been doing shit but just being a keyboard internet thug who has no job. She lucky she still got that goddamn blue check around her name. Okay? I'm just saying. And two more of the far left crazy shit. I have respect for Nina Turner. Don't get me wrong. I do. She's a strong sister. But she's been making herself this cultless person, and I don't like it. I don't. I'm going to keep it real. I know she said something earlier about Kamala Harris. She's the candidate that Wall Street won. Like, give the sister her props. Like, can you just do that? She didn't disrespect you. She didn't do nothing to you. So I don't understand. That's the same thing with Rose McGowan. I don't understand. I don't understand you people. Kamala did not do shit to your ass. Cut shit. Okay? Right? It's very simple. Okay? Okay? Alright? But back to this hashtag, Nina Speaks For Me. Ryan Knight, nothing but a clout chasing ass motherfucker, said, well, I think he learned his lesson. I don't know who was he. I don't know it was Anderson Cooper because she was on Anderson Cooper earlier. If you come for Nina Turner, you come for us. Big us. I guess he was referring to this guy who basically say what Nina Turner's doing and what these progressives is doing, it's not progressive enough, which the guy's right about. Hashtag Nina Speaks For Us. So you're mad because other actual real progressive who's been promoting real progressive change is coming for you internet trolls because you're not on board with what's going on. So to all these quote unquote disenfranchised Bernie voters, which I met real Bernie voters and they're actually voted for Joe Biden, unlike these fake ones like Ryan Knight. So here's the thing. All you quote-unquote online disenfranchised Bernie voters, which you probably won't never vote, but you could listen to this message. Voting against the platform, the actual real progressive platform that can happen, or not voting at all, will lead you to no path, no possible path of having a $15 national minimum wage, climate change, getting back to the Paris Accord and the Green New Deal, Medicare expansion, expanding the ACA, fixing the ACA, and possible putting Medicare for all, slither in there, job creations, infrastructure, free college for people that make under $125,000 and under, tackling COVID-19, going outside instead of being in our freaking homes, and more, ending racial injustice, and not just in criminal justice system, but in our job and educational institutions. So when you guys are sitting out voting or voting for the Green Party or even putting your votes towards Trump, which I'm not against who you vote for, if you want these progressive changes, if you want this progressive movement, organize, mobilize, vote for the Democratic platform if you want these progressive changes, if you want them. Not telling you should, but if you want them, like I say, I want them. And then once they're elected, you hold them accountable. You have a seat at the table. It's just that damn simple. And FYI, Kamala Harris is for the Green New Deal and for Medicare for all. And $15 minimum wage. But no, you so fixated with Laura Beslan's article, you're not actually reading and doing the work. You're being lazy with your research and with your information and your word of mouth. Stop listening to the word of mouth. Do the goddamn research. That's all I'm saying. And also, lastly, and I did not put this in the hashtag. So the DNC virtual convention was actually very informational. I actually liked it. Despite the fact I wish there was balloons, I wish there was, a whole bunch of people, of course, with the coronavirus. Even though there was a piece missing with the courts, which I understand that needs to be brought up and more. We have 70 something days to bring that up. It was a good convention. Good speeches from, of course, Senator Harris, VP nominee, Joe Biden, the presidential nominee, to one former first lady and the former second lady who could be our future first lady, all of the hosts, former presidential candidates, former presidents, other average people, sitting Congress folks. It was a good convention. The Republicans seem like they don't really have that much diversity. I could tell you who's speaking at the RNC, which mostly will take place in DC. But there's going to be 300 delegates in North Carolina gathering, which I'm like, that is a bad fucking idea. But they don't believe in science, right? Nikki Haley, the former South Carolina governor and the former UN ambassador, will be speaking. Senators Tim Scott, Joni Ernst, Governor of South Dakota, Kristen Noem, who also is not a non-science believer. So Missouri couple who stick the guns up at the Black Lives Matter protesters, Mark and Patricia Makowski. Also, Tara Reid will possibly be there. Stupid shit. And Alice Marie Johnson, who basically the Kardashians had a meeting where she was released from the crime bill, whatever. So it's just basically a slander to Joe Biden. This is not a message. This is like disinformation. This is like, I'm gonna stick a knife in your appendix. That's what this is. So I will be watching a little bit of it, not a lot of it, just to compare and contrast the diversity and the messaging. They have like land of promise, land of belief, land of stupid ass themes versus the Democratic National Convention, which they had leadership matters. You know what I mean? So until then, you have a great night and enjoy your Friday or your weekend. Take care.